Hey, beautiful Sagittarius souls. I just finished doing this reading and I have to tell you, the energy coming through is absolutely incredible. I'm sitting here with my cards spread out, and honestly, I got goosebumps multiple times during this session. The universe has some major plans for you, and what's coming is going to exceed every single expectation you have. You know that feeling when something seems too good to be true, but deep down you sense it might actually happen? That's exactly the energy I'm picking up for you right now. The cards are showing me this theme of manifestation that goes beyond what you've been asking for, and I need to share every detail, because this is powerful stuff. Let me start with what I pulled first, because this card literally made me pause and take a deep breath. I drew the Four of Pentacles, and at first, I was like, this doesn't match what I'm feeling for Sagittarius energy. But then the message became so clear. This card is showing me that you've been holding on to something very tightly, and it's not money or material things like people usually think with pentacles. It's your dreams, Sagittarius. You've been clutching your biggest aspirations close to your chest because you're afraid they might slip away, or that they're too ambitious. But here's what the Four of Pentacles is actually telling us in your reading. You've been so focused on protecting these dreams that you haven't realized they're already starting to take shape in the physical world. The card is showing me someone who's been playing it safe with their biggest goals, maybe telling yourself they're unrealistic, or that you need to be more practical. But the universe is getting ready to show you that your so-called unrealistic dreams are actually the most realistic thing about your future. I'm seeing this energy where you've been asking for small signs, small improvements, maybe just a little progress toward your goals. But Sagittarius, what's coming is not small. The Four of Pentacles here represents the last moment before you realize you can stop gripping so tightly, because abundance is flowing toward you from directions you haven't even considered. The next card that came through is the Seven of Cups, and this is where things get really interesting. Usually this card talks about illusions and too many choices, but in your reading it's showing up as confirmation that what seemed like fantasy is becoming reality. You know those moments when you daydream about your ideal life and then shake your head like, yeah, right, keep dreaming? Well, those aren't fantasies anymore. The Seven of Cups is revealing that you've been looking at multiple possibilities and thinking they were just nice thoughts to entertain yourself with. But the energy I'm picking up is that several of these possibilities are actually available to you right now. The illusion isn't the dreams themselves, Sagittarius. The illusion has been thinking they were impossible. I'm getting this vision of you standing in front of 7 different cups, each one representing something you've wished for, and instead of having to choose just one, you're going to discover that you can have 3 or 4 of them. Maybe you've been thinking you had to choose between creative fulfillment and financial security, or between adventure and stability, or between love and personal freedom. The Seven of Cups is showing me that these supposed either-or situations are about to become and situations. What really struck me about this card is the timing element. 7 represents a spiritual completion, and cups represent emotions and intuition. Your emotional preparation for receiving these blessings is complete, even if your logical mind hasn't caught up yet. You've done the inner work of believing you deserve good things, and now the universe is ready to deliver. Then I pulled the Knight of Wands, and this energy is absolutely electric. This knight is galloping toward you with news, opportunities, and momentum that's going to sweep you off your feet in the best possible way. Knights represent movement and messages, and wands are all about passion and action. But this isn't just any message coming your way. This is life-changing information that's going to arrive faster than you expect. The Knight of Wands in your reading represents someone or something that's going to approach you with an opportunity that seems almost too good to be true. I'm seeing this scenario where you'll get an offer, an invitation, or a chance that makes you want to pinch yourself, because it aligns so perfectly with what you've been secretly hoping for. This night energy is also showing me that you're going to have to make some quick decisions, but they'll be good decisions, exciting decisions. The kind where your heart starts racing not from anxiety, but from pure excitement. There's something about overseas connections or long-distance opportunities with this card. As a Sagittarius, you're naturally drawn to expansion and exploration, and this Knight is bringing exactly that kind of energy into your life. What I love about the Knight of Wands here is that it represents passion meeting opportunity. You're not just going to get chances, you're going to get chances that ignite your soul. Things that make you remember why you're here and what you're truly capable of creating. The fourth card I drew is the Two of Swords, and initially, this might seem like a contradiction to all the positive energy, but it's actually showing me something beautiful about your journey. This card represents a decision point, but not a difficult one. It's more like standing at a crossroads, where both paths lead to something wonderful, and you're trying to figure out which wonderful option to choose. The Two of Swords often talks about being stuck or unable to see clearly, but in your reading, it's showing me a different kind of blindfold. You've been unable to see how truly abundant your options are about to become. The blindfold is coming off, Sagittarius, and you're going to see that you've been underestimating your own possibilities. This card is also highlighting your intuitive abilities. Twos represent balance and partnership, and swords represent thoughts and communication. There's something about trusting your first instinct when these opportunities start showing up. Your analytical mind might want to overthink things, but your Sagittarius intuition is going to know exactly which direction to go. I'm also seeing that the Two of Swords represents a peaceful decision-making process. You're not going to be stressed or pressured into choosing. Instead, you'll have this calm knowing about what feels right for you. It's like the universe is giving you multiple good options and saying, pick the one that makes your soul sing. Next, I pulled the Ace of Cups, and honestly, my heart just opened up completely when this card appeared. Aces represent new beginnings, and cups represent love, emotions, and spiritual fulfillment. This is showing me that you're about to experience a completely new level of emotional satisfaction and joy. The Ace of Cups in your reading isn't just about romantic love, although that could be part of it. This is about falling in love with your life again. I'm seeing this energy where everything starts feeling fresh and full of possibility. You know that feeling when you're traveling somewhere new and everything seems magical and full of potential? That's the energy that's coming into your everyday life. This card is also showing me that your heart chakra is about to expand in a major way. You've been protecting yourself, maybe being a little cautious about getting too excited about things, but the Ace of Cups represents permission to feel all the joy and hope that's building up inside you. It's safe to be optimistic, Sagittarius. It's safe to believe that beautiful things are really happening for you. There's also something about receiving unexpected emotional support with this card. People are going to show up for you in ways that surprise you. The kind of support that makes you realize you're more loved and valued than you knew. This ace represents overflowing blessings in the emotional realm. The sixth card is the Ten of Wands, and this might seem like a heavy card, but in your reading, it's actually showing me the beautiful burden of success. You're about to have so many good things happening that you'll need to learn how to manage abundance rather than scarcity. The Ten of Wands typically represents feeling overburdened, but here it's showing me someone who's carrying the weight of their own success. These aren't burdens that are being placed on you by others or by circumstances. These are responsibilities and opportunities that you're taking on because your life is expanding in exactly the ways you've wanted. I'm seeing this energy where you'll need to become more organized and maybe delegate some things because you're going to have more projects, more opportunities, and more exciting stuff going on than you can handle alone. This is a high-quality problem to have, Sagittarius. This card is also showing me that you're approaching the completion of a major phase in your life. Tens represent completion and mastery. You've been working toward something for a long time, maybe without even realizing how close you were to the finish line. The Ten of Wands says you're almost there, and what you've been building is about to pay off in ways that exceed your expectations. Then I pulled the Hermit, and this card absolutely fascinated me in your reading because it's showing up as wisdom gained through expansion rather than withdrawal. The Hermit usually talks about going inward and seeking solitude, but for Sagittarius, this card represents the wisdom you're going to gain through all these new experiences coming your way. The Hermit holds a lantern that lights the way for others, and I'm seeing that your journey toward your dreams is going to inspire people around you. You're not just receiving blessings for yourself, you're becoming a beacon of possibility for others who have been afraid to dream big. This card is also showing me that you're going to develop a deeper understanding of your own inner guidance system. As all these opportunities start flowing toward you, you're going to become incredibly clear about what truly aligns with your soul and what doesn't. The Hermit represents master-level intuition, and that's what you're developing. There's something about teaching or mentoring that comes with the Hermit energy. Maybe not in a formal way, but people are going to start asking you how you manifested such incredible changes in your life. Your success story is going to become a light for others. The 8th card I drew is the 3 of Pentacles, and this is showing me that collaboration is going to be a huge part of how your dreams manifest. This card represents teamwork, skill building, and creating something lasting with other people. The 3 of Pentacles is telling me that you don't have to achieve everything on your own. In fact, the biggest breakthroughs are going to come through connections with others who share your vision or who have skills that complement yours. I'm seeing partnerships forming, creative collaborations happening, and people coming together to build something amazing. This card also represents recognition for your talents and abilities. 3s represent growth and expansion, and Pentacles represent the material world and career. You're going to receive acknowledgement for your skills in a way that opens doors you didn't even know existed. There's something about building a foundation that will support your long-term goals. The 3 of Pentacles shows craftsmanship and attention to detail. What you're creating right now isn't just a temporary success, it's something that's going to sustain and support you for years to come. Next, I pulled the Page of Cups, and this card is bringing such sweet, hopeful energy to your reading. Pages represent messages and new learning, and cups represent emotions and creativity. You're about to receive news that fills your heart with joy and opens up creative possibilities you hadn't considered. The Page of Cups often represents a messenger bringing emotional news, but in your reading, I'm seeing that you're also becoming the messenger. You're going to be sharing good news with others, maybe even inspiring them to pursue their own dreams more boldly. This card is also showing me a childlike wonder returning to your life. You know how kids get absolutely thrilled about simple things and see magic everywhere? That's the energy that's coming back to you, Sagittarius. You're going to start noticing synchronicities and small miracles that confirm you're on the right path. There's something about creative projects or artistic expression with the Page of Cups. Even if you don't consider yourself an artist, you're about to discover new ways of expressing yourself that bring you joy and might even become a source of income or recognition. The 10th card is the 6 of Swords, and this is such a beautiful card for your reading because it represents smooth sailing after a period of challenge. 6s represent harmony and balance, and swords represent thoughts and communication. You're moving into calmer, clearer waters, Sagittarius. The 6 of Swords traditionally shows a boat carrying people across water toward a better place. And that's exactly what's happening for you. You're transitioning from where you've been to where you're meant to be, and the journey is going to be gentler than you expected. This card is also showing me that solutions to old problems are going to appear naturally. Things that you've been struggling with or trying to figure out are going to resolve themselves as you move forward into this new phase of your life. It's like the universe is clearing the path for you. There's something about distance and perspective with this card too. You're going to gain a much clearer view of your situation and realize that some things you thought were big problems were actually just temporary obstacles. The 11th card I pulled is the 9 of Pentacles, and this is the card of independent success and personal achievement. This is showing me that what you're manifesting is truly yours, not dependent on anyone else, not temporary, not conditional. The Nine of Pentacles represents the kind of success that lets you feel completely secure and free at the same time. I'm seeing financial independence, creative fulfillment, and personal satisfaction all coming together in a way that exceeds what you thought was possible for yourself. This card often shows a woman in a beautiful garden surrounded by abundance, and that's the energy coming into your life. You're going to create an environment around yourself that reflects your values and supports your happiness. Everything from your living space to your daily routine is going to align with who you really are. The Nine of Pentacles is also showing me that you're going to help others achieve their own version of success. Your abundance creates space for others to thrive too, and that feels really important for your Sagittarius soul. Finally, I drew the King of Cups as the 12th card, and this is such a powerful way to complete your reading. Kings represent mastery and leadership, and cups represent emotions and intuition. You're stepping into a version of yourself that's emotionally mature, intuitive, and incredibly magnetic. The King of Cups shows someone who has learned to balance emotional depth with practical wisdom. You're going to become the kind of person others look to for guidance and inspiration. Not because you're trying to be a leader, but because your authentic joy and success naturally draws people toward you. This card is also showing me that you're going to have incredible emotional intelligence and intuitive abilities. You'll know exactly what to say to make people feel better, exactly when to take action on opportunities, and exactly how to navigate any challenges that come up. The King of Cups represents someone who has it all: emotional fulfillment, material success, creative expression, and meaningful relationships. That's what you're moving toward, Sagittarius, and it's happening faster than you think. So here's what I want you to understand about this reading. The theme that kept coming through every single card is that you're about to experience manifestation on a level that's going to shock you in the best possible way. You've been asking the universe for signs, for small improvements, for just a little bit of progress toward your dreams, but what's coming is not small. What's coming is going to make you pinch yourself because it seems almost too good to be true. The difference is that this time, it really is true. Your dreams aren't illusions anymore. They're becoming your reality. The cards are showing me that everything starts accelerating in the next few weeks. Opportunities, connections, messages, offers, invitations. It's all going to start flowing toward you in a way that feels almost overwhelming, but in the most beautiful way possible. You're going to get much more than you asked for because the universe has been listening, not just to your words, but to your heart. All those secret dreams you thought were too big, all those wishes you were afraid to say out loud, all those possibilities you dismissed as unrealistic, those are exactly what's manifesting for you now. The key is to stay open and say yes when these opportunities show up. Your Sagittarius nature is going to serve you so well because you're naturally adventurous and willing to take chances. Trust that first instinct when something feels right, even if it seems too good to be true. I keep getting this image of you looking back on this time period 6 months from now and marveling at how everything changed so quickly and so beautifully. The life you're about to step into is going to feel like coming home to yourself in a way you've never experienced before. Can anyone else feel this incredible energy building for Sagittarius? I'm still getting chills thinking about how amazing this is all going to be for you, beautiful souls. The universe is about to show you just how much magic is possible when you dare to dream big and trust that you deserve all the beautiful things coming your way.